Hello and welcome to my channel. I am all about sharing as much value as I can on branding to help you grow your businesses, and today I'll be talking about the difference between the brand purpose, vision and the mission and goals. They can be confusing, they're often used interchangeably, and also some companies use them in different ways. I'm not saying certain ways are wrong or right. If something works for you and it's helping you with your business, then keep going. This is my personal opinion on what I believe works best in order to communicate your brand in the best way to both your customers and your employees. And what I'll be sharing today as well, I believe tends to be the most commonly used in amongst brand strategists. I'm Lucy Cooper, founder at Nurtur and branding consultant committed to helping people and planet-friendly businesses to shine through branding. So we're talking about the purpose, vision and the mission and goals. So let's get started first with the brand purpose. So firstly, the Oxford Dictionary describes the word purpose as the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. So it's the reason of existence. Simon Sinek is best known for his theory of the why, the purpose behind a company. He describes it as the reason for being beyond making money, because the money is just the fuel that allows you to keep doing what you're doing. It's not the reason that you matter. He has a video called Start With Why on YouTube. It's got nearly 8 million views. Do take a look if you haven't seen it already. I'll put the link in the description below. He talks about the fact that it's not what you do, but it's why you do something that actually draws people in. Our limbic system within our brains, it's within the center of our brains. This is responsible for our feelings and our decision-making behavior. The outside section of the brain, the neocortex, is responsible for the facts, the figures and the language. This is why we often find it difficult to communicate our feelings and our emotions, because they're in two separate, the language and the emotion is two separate parts of the brain. It's the limbic system that's responsible when we say things like, I don't know, it just felt right, or if we have a gut feeling towards something. It's this emotional behavior that motivates people to take action, and you'll find that if you have customers that have that emotional connection with your brand, they're more likely to be the loyal customers that stick around even if they're offered a cheaper alternative. So what are the benefits of having a company purpose? As previously explained, that emotional connection that you have with a customer, that means they're more likely to choose you over others. That connection is going to increase the chances of them staying loyal to you. So even if a cheaper option presents itself, you can employ based on your purpose and build a culture around it. So you end up with a team of like-minded individuals who have a shared motivation. They're inspired by what you're inspired by, and you have a team that's more productive and more fulfilled. It creates a foundation from which to build other areas of your business, such as the vision and the mission that we'll go into, the values. Anything within your business plan can revolve around this purpose. So it's the fundamentals, the roots of your business that everything can grow from. So what should a purpose be? It should be short, so keep it fairly short, one sentence ideally, so that it's easy for you to remember and easy for you to articulate. Include the impact, not just what you do, but the impact that what you do has on the people or the planet. Be authentic. So we don't create or just write a purpose based on what we think it should be or what our customers want it to be. It must be discovered from within. Be personal. So write your purpose in words that feel right to you. Never change. So once you discover what that is, it shouldn't change throughout your lifetime or throughout the company's lifetime. It shouldn't tie you to one product or service. Simon suggests the best way to phrase a brand purpose is like this. We do, and this is where you state your contribution, so what you're actually giving, so that, and this is the impact that you're having through what you give. Here are some examples of some existing brand purposes. So I'm going to start with Simon's because I've been talking about him, and he uses that same formula, the to and so that formula. His purpose is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them, so that together we can change our world. Notice it doesn't pin him down to one product. BT used the same formula, to use the power of communications to create a better world. Dove, discovering the value of real beauty and improving self-esteem worldwide. So Patagonia, build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. I could talk to you about brand purpose all day. There are so many books and videos on this alone. So if you do want to know more about it and perhaps learn how to discover your own why, there's plenty of reading material. One book two books that I would suggest, because I've been talking about Simon Sinek and his theory, I would suggest his two books. He's got one called Start With Why and the other called Find Your Why, which actually takes you through the process of how to discover it, either as an individual or as a company and a team. But the purpose of today is just to give you a brief introduction. So I'm going to leave it there and we're going to move on to the vision. The vision is closely related to the purpose, but it is visionary. It takes it a step further. So the purpose is very personal to you, and the vision is a cause that others share and believe in as well. A future vision of the better world that you want to create through living your purpose. So what are the benefits of having a brand vision? It gives something for employees and even your customers to rally behind, something to fight for. So even after you're gone, if you leave a company and in someone else's hands, they will continue to fight for that cause. It's something that brings communities together, something a group of people can relate to, which not only benefits the fact that you'll have customers who all have a shared belief, but you'll also have that within your company culture, which allows you to form a more motivated and productive and happier, more fulfilled team. There's already an audience out there rallying behind this cause. This cause already exists. You haven't created it, which means that if you know your vision and your cause that you're fighting for, you already know, therefore, who your audience is and who to approach, and you're part of a community before you've even started. A vision should be service-oriented, so not about you, but about others. It must be resilient, so it should withstand changes within the world. For example, cultural or technological perhaps changes. You don't want that to completely destroy and change your vision. Ideally, this is something that will last a long time. It should be visionary, so a wish or a dream for the future. It should be unrealistic, but only just. So something big, something that's unlikely to ever really be. But that means that generation after generation, people have something to fight for and fight for that cause. For example, a vision might be to end all poverty. This is something that realistically is unlikely to ever happen, unfortunately, but we can fight for it every day and year after year. It should support the purpose. Sometimes it can help to phrase the vision beginning with I believe, or a world that. If you can fill in the end of those sentences, you can form your vision. I'll give you Simon's vision as an example because we've already looked at his purpose, so you can compare them. So his purpose was to inspire people to do what inspires them, so that together we can each change our world for the better. His vision, his visionary future dream, to build a world in which the vast majority of people wake up inspired, feel safe at work, and return home fulfilled at the end of the day. Ford, to provide safe and sufficient transport for everyone, to open the highways to all mankind. Patagonia, use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Next up is the mission and the goals. Some people use mission and vision interchangeably, but I like to have the purpose and vision separate and the mission as something slightly different. If we imagine the purpose as the roots of the company, the very beginning, the vision is then the ultimate end goal of the world that we are fighting for. I see the mission and the goals as the stages in between to get us from A to B. The mission is usually related to what you actually do and something realistic. For example, putting a man on the moon, that would be a mission. It's something that might change because you could achieve that and then you need a new one. So usually the missions can be between sort of 5 or 20 years, and it just helps you to clarify for your team and for your customers as well what steps you're actually taking in order to prove both your purpose and your vision. The goals are the mini missions, so the smaller steps that you take in order to achieve your mission. So you can break it down into smaller sections. Goals might be perhaps 5 years or so targets. The reason for having all of these statements is to inspire and motivate both your staff and your customers. You should actually be proving them through your actions. So don't just write it on your website and be done with it. These are things that you ideally want to refer to constantly and make sure your team does as well, so that you actually live by them every day. The benefits of having a mission. It gives you a tangible target. So the purpose and the vision are more emotive, and the mission is what you're actually doing and when by. It clarifies also what your company actually does in the way of products or services. A mission should have a deadline or a target date. So a mission without any kind of date to work towards is just a dream. Make sure you actually have tangible targets for your missions and your goals. Realistic but still inspirational. It must be clear as to the actual objectives, which is where the goals come in useful as well, to break it down into smaller targets. It should be action oriented. I believe it should be specific to your what, so suggestive of the actual product or service that you provide. Sometimes you hear the term mission statement, which often combines your purpose, the why, with your mission, the what, in a way that sums a company up in one sentence. Some examples of mission: Patagonia, build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Honest Tea, to create and promote great tasting, healthy organic beverages. PayPal, to build the web's most convenient, secure, cost-effective payment solution. BBC, to enrich people's lives with programs and services that inform, educate and entertain. If you want more examples on mission statements, then you can read Jeffrey Adams' book called The Mission Statement Book, which has hundreds of examples from companies that you will have heard of, which may help inspire you to write your own. So that's your purpose, vision and your mission and goals covered. They can be easily confused, but as I said, this is my personal recommendation. So if you find it easier to do it another way, or you just want one mission statement that summarizes all of the three and you don't want to do the purpose or the vision, that's fine. If it works for you and it helps your business and your employees and your customers to understand, that's absolutely fine. What's really important about all of these statements is it's authentic and it comes from the heart. So don't make it up based on what you think someone wants you to say or to have or to be. It needs to be real to you, because you've got to live by these statements every day. And if it doesn't come naturally to you, you won't be able to do that. Be true to you, find your foundations and build the company up from there. Hope that helps you understand the three a little better. Good luck with yours, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful. It means a lot. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.